Right, can you see me? No, you can't see me, hang on. That's better, isn't it? Right, unboxing. I was going to do this Boxing Day, but I just slept all the Boxing Day. Are we tilted? We are a little bit tilted. It'll do. Anyway, so let's see what our good client Richard got us for Christmas. This isn't just like, this is actually somebody who I did jobs for and I sorted him out. And he's all like, oh, have this, and I've got to go back there and do the basin waste. The plug wasn't with it, so I'll be able to give him a little thank you. Oh, and I definitely will. Look at that. Oh, shit, man. How about that? It's a little chocolate Father Christmas. Hopefully the first of many gifts. Actually, no, I've been given some Prosecco and some like wine and stuff before. I'm not really a wine person, so they're still in my kitchen, but I've got them. So that was quite nice. And yeah, those are the sort of clients you go out to if they've got problems. Right? Those are the sort of clients you pick up the phone for on Christmas Day, not ones that are whingers and bad payers and all the rest of it. And now let's get to the more interesting bit. I don't suppose Richard is watching this, but if he is, thanks. This box. Had this given to me a couple of months back by a client, and she had also came with a couple of other bits. She gave me like a bunch of old plumbing stuff basically. She had this mail order kit from like the 70s where you could send away for it, and they would deliver all the components of your heating system, your boiler, your pipes, all that, and then with some instructions, and you just installed it yourself. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it is. Apparently that's just what they did back in the day. Now it sort of makes sense. All these older people I go out to, and they're all just like, oh yeah, I tried doing this, tried doing that, and it didn't work, so what do you think? And it's sort of like, okay, why would you fiddle with your own plumbing? But that's where that comes from. So this is actually the old Grundfos central heating pump. This is the box that it used to come in. It was, you know, who knew? It was OG, and I basically put everything in here. She gave me this blowtorch there, and it was all in a bigger box, and there's like soldered fittings in there, that sort of thing. I just put those in my trays, but I'm just looking at this blow lamp. I don't know what gas bottles this takes, because the thread on it is really small. Like, it's not like a normal cylinder, and like, I imagine it'd be quite handy. It's a little bit awkward holding it, but the only thing that concerns me though is that end on it. Oh, you can rotate it. Imagine you wouldn't want to do that while it's on, but like, look at that. Like, that's like a fan shape, so I don't think you get a very fine flame with that. I imagine this is a bit of a flamethrower. I don't even know if this is actually a plumbing. It should be a plumbing thing. It was in with all the other plumbing stuff. It says made in England, and it's got a, I can't even read that font. Italics just doesn't agree with me, but that's what it looks like. You can't see it because it's mirrored, so how it is there mirrored, that's what it's like when I look at it with my own eyes. So there we go. And there was this fitting. It's just a 28mm T compression, and it's got this 3/4 tapping in it. But what got me was this fitting. I think it's an air vent, but I'm not sure. It's got, I don't know, this is really boring, but some of the older members of the audience might be able to tell me about this. So it's got like a locking ring. So you unthread that, and you've got this cap. And I've fiddled a little bit with this already. And it's got like a spring in there. I don't know if you can see in there, there's like a spring. And it's just like inside, it's just like a plunger. So it has to be something to do with getting air out of the system. I don't know if can't be an automatic one, because there's no way of regulating itself. But you undo it, and the whole time this thing's under spring tension. And you undo it, and you undo it, and then eventually it'll fire off, see? So then, at that point, you've got, you know, water coming out, because the springs finally come out, and let that little brass plunger come out. I can't see why you want this on spring tension. I've seen the other ones where it's like a little Schrader cap, and you just undo it, let the air out, or the ones with the pin in. I can't think of, this is so complex, I can't think of, like, look, it's got like 5, 6 different parts, and I can't see the purpose. I legitimately don't know why this is a thing. So if somebody could let us know, I'll put a picture at the end of all the little bits of it laid out. Somebody let us know what that is, because I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know if I should keep it as an antique or whether I should keep it in my kit bag. And also what I'm saying is if this was on a heating system, like you've got to now fight that spring and try and push it down, not cross thread it. Anyway, inside the old school box we've got straight away asbestos, real genuine asbestos sheets. I imagine this is pretty safe, but like I wouldn't grind it up and start rubbing it everywhere. I imagine these are fantastic soldering mats, but I don't think I'm going to be doing anything with it. It says for laundry irons, you can't really see it, but it says it's British made. It says British made, and then asbestos, and then for hot laundry irons, keep dry. That's the opposite of what I'm going to do. I'm going to spray carpet glue on these things, or some sort of see-through lacquer, so they don't actually start killing me. And I've got 2 of them, so I would say I'd give one of these away, but I'm not sure about sending somebody bits of asbestos in the post. I'm not, you know, I don't know. I might keep those, but you know, they're pretty nifty. And they're 50. You can see there's still one of the price labels on them. They're 53p on there, and it says Leighton Hardware Limited, town where I live, is Leighton Buzzard. So yeah. And then I did a post about the flux that was in here. But what else we got in here? We got jointing compound and leak sealer from Fernox. Irritant to eyes. I can't even read what that chemical's called. Fernox LS will not adhere to surfaces contaminated with oil, grease, antifreeze, soap, detergent dusts or dirt, etc. Prevent water under high pressure from penetrating the LSX before it has set, either by shutting the appropriate valves and venting or draining the system. Alternatively, apply a firm support, e.g. a coin, held in place with a porous adhesive tape. Lightly oil the support to permit removal once the LSX is set. When the instructions are telling you to tape coins to things, you know you're in a different time. I don't know what this stuff is. Modern jointing compound and leak sealer. Is this like the brown goo we find on things that, you know, where you see where you go out to a pipe and they put there's like this tumour growing on it? Is that what this is? No. Weird. No, it's clear, so it's not that brown stuff, that pipe stuff. It must be like Loctite 577 or something like that. I don't think I'll use it anyway. So we've got a tube of smelly stuff. We've got this fitting. Not really sure what that's for, but it's quite decorative, so I might have that with my, you know, I'll put that with the asbestos mats and things to keep. And then we've got Hawk White jointing compound. Again, it says not suitable for potable water, so I wasn't going to use it before, but I'm definitely not going to use it now. I'm guessing this is some sort of gas thread sealing sort of stuff, can't even get the lid off. I'm not sure I want it. How much was it? Why doesn't say? Hawk White joint sealing compound. If anybody used that, give us a shout. We got what looks like a 35mm olive. What else have we got in here? I'm not sure what this is. It's like a cast iron ring. There's no thread in it. I know it looks like a tap nut, but there's no thread in that at all. It's just got one screw hole on the edge there. No idea what that does. And there's 2 of them. This one's got a screw in it. That's what it looks like. I don't know. Is it for a pipe where it goes through a floor and you have to like, oh, I don't know. It's just a ring to push around the pipe when it's into the floor. What would the screw be for? I don't know. These are obviously made for something specific. Again, I'm 24. I wasn't alive when all this stuff was, you know, around. So it's kind of like looking at some sort of alien artifact to me. But a lot of you older guys out there might know. I hope. So I'm not sure what that is. I think it's some sort of earthing, something to do with earthing, because it's got, this looks like an electrical connector of some sort, and you put your cable through there maybe, and it's threaded into this brass disc. I want to say it's not a compression blank because it's not got any tapers on it, it's just all hard. All that's been hard turned, you see? Get it against the background of the wall. So that's not going to go into a fitting blanket of. The hole in the middle is threaded, obviously, for this thing. Really don't know. Again, this is just, I don't know what the hell this old thing is. But, yeah. I don't know, it's like a fun game, I suppose, guessing what all these things are. And then brothers with their pumps. We've got a little Drayton, that's a decorating cap. It's a Drayton TRV decorating cap. Used to be blue, apparently. Be interesting to see if that's compatible with the modern ones, actually. And what else we got in here? Oh, we've got an old school cool pipe cutter. Monument tools. How old is this thing? No, don't rip the box. I'm just trying to. For plumbing, refrigeration and electrical jobs, non-ferrous light gauge tubing, blah blah blah, all the stuff you would expect. Gives all the sizes in light gauge tubing from 1/2 inch to 1 3/4 inches OD, and then underneath it is like, 12.7mm to 44mm OD. Tube cutter size 2A. I'm just trying to see if there's a year. It says made in England, catalogue number 363, size 2A, one only. Reorder code 266E. Other products in this comprehensive monument plumbing range includes the adjustable basin wrench, socket forming tools for copper tube. I think that's a pipe swager they're saying. Socket forming tool, I'm going to call it a socket forming tool. All you swage life people, you're saying it wrong. It's a socket forming tool. So, yeah. Oh, and there's one for polyethylene and other plastic tubes. So this can't be that old because it had plastic around. I don't know, it looks the same. It looks like the modern monument packaging. They've not really changed it that much, but it has got that nifty 60s thing where they just put a picture on the side of what it is. And it's made in England though, I don't think. Are the monument tools still made in England? They might be, I'd have to check. It's got like a Bakelite knob on it. Brand, monument brand. And these are brand new, so I might end up using these actually. There's nothing wrong with them. Wheels still sharp, everything's still working. These probably haven't been used very much, to be fair. I mean, it's like a little bungalow on the other side of town. They moved in there in like the 70s and they put it all in. Although she didn't do it right away, because she was saying to me she had a galvanised tank and her neighbour got flooded out because of all the dezinkification. And she said to me she had an asbestos one installed instead, because she didn't want to mess around with any of that galvanised stuff. And I said, oh, all right, okay. That's what I'm always worried about. I don't know how brittle asbestos is, I just know that it is brittle. But like I've learnt about it from books and stuff, so I don't actually know, like, if you rag on a ball valve in an asbestos tank, will they actually break it or not? Anyway, so that'll go in the toolkit. Should have gone through this sooner. Another 35mm olive. I made a little Instagram post about this. We've got soldering paste, fluxite, a fried product, the most effective flux known. I love this little thing on here. It says at the bottom, you can't read it because it's mirror, but it says the most effective flux known, and it's got a little picture of Satan. He's going to corrode all of your pipes. Like, flux packaging needs to be like this. Do you know what I mean? Instructions. Cleanliness is most important for good results. Before starting to solder, remove all traces of rust, dirt or oil from the parts you want to join. Rust. Oh yeah, copper does go green, doesn't it? I was thinking rust like rust on a car, you know, like bed rust. Before tinning and the soldering iron. Before tinning the soldering iron? What? This is like for like an electrical soldering iron? Clean it well with a file with emery paper. Actually no, they did have soldering irons back in the day. They were like these wooden things on sticks, I've seen them. My granddad showed me one. And you heat it up with blow lamp, so you'd have presumably something like this, and you'd heat up your thing and put it on the pipe. I don't know anything about that, I just use my modern stuff, but yeah. Keep away from eyes, do not ingest and avoid skin contact. You're damn right I'm going to avoid that. Jesus. Yeah, so it's saying here, if heat up your soldering iron, you've got to rub it down with emery and all that. Heat iron until the flame shows green, then rub some fluxite with a rag and tin the iron with solder. Apply fluxite, heat the metal with the soldering iron or flame and apply solder. When it says soldering iron, I think of a small one for like electrical work. But I know it took me a little while to remember, but they did have and it's like a big piece of metal on a stick. It's the one I've seen, and you heat it up, and it's like a thermal. The idea is that it stores the heat in it, and you touch the pipe. That seems messy to me, and I don't know how they got anything done. Like I struggled to get stuff done in the day with my modern equipment. But there we go. For work which requires a liquid flux, use fluxite soldering fluid. The quality soldering fluid, clean, fast, and economical. How about that? And then that's really the bell of the ball. And the only other thing we've got some black iron fittings that I'll never use. And that. I'm not sure what that is. I'm sure it's just offer something, but that's what we got. So I hope you enjoyed looking at all this vintage plumbing stuff. Found this little list in the bottom. Look at this. This is how much plumbing stuff used to cost. Look at this. You know, somebody in the suppliers, and they write it out with a pencil and add it all up. You know, like that's just so alien. Like you go to the suppliers usually, and they got computers there, and they give you a little printout. Like, look at this. Imagine doing your books and just presenting the accountant with all these little handwritten receipts. But yeah, I don't know what any of these are. KE1, KC1, KC3. I'm guessing there's some sort of chemicals. And then the KT323. I don't know, man. KT131, valve, plus 2 brushes. I'm guessing those would be flux brushes, or maybe even motorised brushes, I don't know. And it's just got on the back here. Shopping list. Romney series, refill memory. Like, what is this vintage stuff? But I find it interesting anyway. Sorry, my voice is beginning to go. So, yes.